Hey my friends, good morning. This is video number 3 of a series about marriage on the sets that determine the quality and outcome of your marriage. Your mindset, your heart set, and your skill set. And here's the most wonderful news and perspective and reality you can have about marriage. Anytime there is a problem or struggle in your marriage, it's most often because you have reached the current limits of your skill set. Right? Wow. Think about it. Most problems in marriages are because they have reached the current limits of your skill set. Now, that's a new idea for most of us, and a pretty bold idea because you realize, well, no, it's because my spouse does this. It's because my conditions or circumstances. We blame the job, the weather, the community, the house, the kids, the in-laws, the parents, the money, the whatever, on and on and on. And we think it's all these other things, but the reality is we've just reached the current level of our skill set. Here's how to test that. Just ask yourself, if you were 10 times better at one of the skills inside of marriage, let's say communication, if you were 10 times better at communicating, would that change the conditions of your problems or concerns in your marriage? And the answer is invariably, almost always, yeah, that would make a huge difference. So think about it. If you were 10 times better at listening, if you were 10 times better at expressing yourself, if you were 10 times better at the skill set of your emotions, right, of your heart set, if you were 10 times better in your mindset, if you were 10 times better at organizing, at leading, 10 times better in getting things done, of 10 times better at influencing, impacting, directing, managing. You with me? What? So we have the ability, and again, all of these sets, your mindset, your heart set, and skill set, are all up to you. It is 100% in your control, in your power. That is the most empowering idea and principle of all of this. That is absolutely in your control, which is interesting. We often get into a mindset that it's something else. We get into a heart set that it's somebody else, that they make us feel a certain way. And then we believe that it's out of our control, that things are just happening, and we don't realize, oh, it's just my own skill set. But this gives you back the power. 100% gives you back total control and power over your life and over your outcomes, because you can develop those skills. And so look at today, what are the skill sets that you need to develop? And maybe your marriage is going great. Maybe everything's awesome. And congratulations, that's fantastic. I want you to set your sights higher. How can you go from a good marriage to a great marriage to an extraordinary marriage? And keep growing and progressing. Rachel and I have an extraordinary marriage, and yet we're still seeking to grow and improve because we know we've not reached our potential. But in order to keep leveling up, we have to keep developing new skill sets. And so you can literally look at every part of your life, and particularly your marriage, and say, what skill set can I work on and then I can eventually master that would have the biggest positive impact on your marriage? Share that one in the comments section below the video. What skill set could you work on that would have the biggest positive difference in your marriage? And that's going to be different for all of us. But we're going to be able to make a list together of the skills that we have to develop and work on in order to have an extraordinary marriage. For some of us, the skill is going to be working on our mindset. For some of us, the skill is going to be working on our heart set. For others, there'll be very specific skills about things that you've been struggling with. Maybe you've been struggling with keeping your energy levels up, and so you're just going through your marriage just exhausted, and your marriage is only getting leftovers. Guess what? That's a skill set. What if you were 10 times better at managing your energy levels? Or generating energy, right? You're just turning on and getting healthy. For some of you, it's going to be that. It's healthy. It's a skill set of getting healthy, because if you're feeling down, your mind is cloudy, your body feels tired, and it's just hurting and aching, that's going to affect your marriage so much. So the skill set of health, of energy. What about courage? Some of us are living in cowardice. We're just not living courageously enough. We're not chasing down our dreams. We're not facing our fears. And so the skill set you need to develop is managing your thoughts and your courage. Some of you are being crushed by fear and anxiety, and for the most part, it's just a mismanaged imagination. You're letting your thoughts run wild, and it's wreaking havoc on your mind and your heart and your marriage. And what if you were 10 times better at the skill set of managing your mind and your fears and your worries? Right? This is so exciting. I love this. And so I want you to look through every area and just get clear about the one skill set you could start developing that you could take total ownership for. Like, this thing's causing problems, I'm gonna get way better at it. It might just be choosing your attitude. It might be choosing your perspective or paradigm. It might just be toughening up. It might be becoming more tender, caring more, right? Being more sensitive. Like, there's this whole range. It's beautiful. It's awesome. And if you want help with any of this, Rachel and I created our How to Create an Extraordinary Marriage course. It is 5 full modules walking through mindset, heart set, skill set, habits, lifestyle, and sex, and getting dialed in on how to make improvements in all those areas. And if you need help with that, go to gregdenning.com, go to the courses page, and get that course. It is totally transformational. It's one of the best investments you'll ever make, and constantly be making investments in your marriage. But learn how to do this, and then study it, read about it, work on it, practice it, get clear about how to develop those skill sets, and then develop them, and watch how it totally transforms your marriage. So anytime you're having a frustration or a struggle, or something doesn't seem to be working, look at your mindset, your heart set, and your skill set, all 3 of which are within your power, and start making those changes, and watch how it totally transforms your marriage. You guys, let's have extraordinary marriages. It's possible. Good is not enough. Great is not enough when extraordinary is possible. So go for an extraordinary marriage. Make it happen. Reach upward.